Inc. He's associated with the Greater Houston Builders Association, and he's taking your calls right now. Any questions you may have about rebuilding, 713-778-8976. The do's and don'ts. Oh my goodness. I mean, again, so many people have gone home to a mess. So based on your experience, what you've seen, you were just saying before the break, people sometimes make it worse because they break through the drywalls and the walls, and then they hit a gas line or an electrical line. When it comes to drying out the house, what do we do about the electrical lines and all of that? Because after the drywall is removed and after the insulation is removed, a lot of people are left with just studs and then electricity, you know, the wires running through the walls, and then the box is mounted. So for the DIYers out there who think that they could just jump in and tackle this, are there any words of caution you have about that?
Shut off the breaker.
Shut off the breaker. I mean, it seems so common sense, but many people who have been dealing with flood brain might not think about that.
I mean, heck, I've been shocked once or twice. You just forget.
Yeah.
So you just go shut off the breaker, start tearing apart what you need. If you do hit a gas line or you are worried about gas, there's shut-offs inside the house, or you can even shut it off at the main.
Okay. Now, what about the studs themselves, the actual 2x4s in the walls? Let's say in this scenario, someone has removed the drywall, they have removed the insulation. It's time to maybe start putting it back together, the wall. It seems dry. Is there any sort of treatment or spray we need to put on to ensure that mold isn't growing in there?
Yeah, you can use any type of fungicide like a TSP, which stands for trisodium phosphate. You can get that at Lowe's or Home Depot. If you're working with a remediation contractor or a mold remediation person, they can advise you on what to spray. They may even offer to spray it as part of their package as well.
What about bleach? Or a solution?
You want to be real careful about bleach because the treated wood along the slab of the foundation is you can create arsenic gas if you put bleach on it. So
what?
Yeah, that's that treated piece along the foundation.
The treated piece is usually darker in color.
Right, it's kind of a greenish green. Right. Now the studs coming up from that are not. Yes, you can use something like that, but remember, bleach is very corrosive. So nails, everything else that you get it on, electrical wires, if you overspray, you can start really corroding that metal. So use something that is a natural fungicide, like a trisodium phosphate. There's others. That's just the one that's popping in my head right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I just want to make sure that viewers at home heard this because, again, we're not trying to alarm anyone, but it is important to note, again, Clayton just said, do not use a solution of bleach and figure that you're doing yourself a favor because arsenic can really be present in the gases.
It's a chemical reaction.
A chemical reaction. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow.
In some woods, but it's better safe.
Better to be safe than sorry. Okay. And also, I know we've talked a lot about drywall. Are people is it only important that they remove the wet portion of the drywall? I mean, like let's say the lower foot of the drywall is soggy, but it's dry above that.
2 feet above.
2 feet above that.
See, a lot of different materials have the capacity to wick moisture up. You may not see that right away. So you may see a water line, say it's 1 foot, 2 foot in your house, but the actual water has been wicked up through different materials in that wall assembly. It could be up to 2 feet.
Up to 2 feet. Okay, so as a good rule of thumb, if you're removing wet drywall at home, remove at least 2 feet above that water line.
Same goes for insulation too.
Same goes for insulation.
Yes, it does.
Okay. About how long, based on your experience, Clayton, once the drywall and insulation are removed from the wall, about how long would it take for that lumber to dry out? Or does it depend on whether there's an operational air conditioner in the home?
It depends on if there's an operational air conditioner. It depends on the weather outside. If it's rainy, it takes longer to dry. So you can actually test. You can go get a simple moisture meter, but not that everybody needs to go buy one. But I'm saying you don't want to have moisture content in those studs more than 17%. Okay? Ideal range is about 10 to 14.
Got it. So it is normal to have a little bit of moisture.
Yeah, it's perfectly normal. This is Houston, Texas. Moisture's everywhere.
Right.
So it's not going to be completely dry. But you don't want to go back to putting things back together if there's still signs of it being wet. Look for discoloration in wood. Look for discoloration in nails, or things like that.
Now, of course, the studs in the walls are not the only place in the home where there's wood. A lot of people have wood floors or cabinetry. How do we handle that?
If you think your wood floors are okay, be very cautious of the water that has gotten underneath the wood. Just because it may look okay now doesn't mean that in a month it won't bubble up on you. So when an insurance adjuster comes out or whatever you're doing, make sure that you identify all the places that water may have gotten. Again, a thermal scan is great to do that, but not everybody has that capacity.
But the thermal scan would allow you to sort of see through the floor, see if there's moisture underneath.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's important. That's a good tip. Even if your wood floors feel like they're dry and they look good, there still could be moisture lurking underneath.
A thermal scan can detect the evaporation of moisture, which makes that spot colder than everything else. So that's how moisture is visible.
Okay, got it. We do have a viewer on the phone. This is Dee. Dee, go ahead with your question.
Yes, I want to know if you can purchase this, the scanner.
You can.
Purchase the thermal imaging scanner. That's a great question, Dee. So you
can. FLIR makes a great little camera. You can actually attach it to the back of an iPhone. It's called the FLIR 1. You can get it off Amazon.
On Amazon, okay.
They also make a individual camera. It's called a C2. It's about the size of a smartphone, also on Amazon. The FLIR 1's about $100. The C2 is about $650. But maybe you can get 3 or 4 neighbors, or 5 or 6, or however many, purchase one and just trade it around.
Wow, okay.
And then go and help other people who may not have one.
And that would be, you know, stuff like this, because I'm kind of a DIY person myself, but when it comes to buying tools and extra equipment, just in my own experience, so many times when I try to do something by myself, you buy all this stuff.
You never use it again.
And, well, you never use it again, but even when you do use it, you're not quite sure if you're doing it right. You know what I mean?
YouTube's your friend.
YouTube is your friend. You can learn.
You got a lot of removing drywall from flood. YouTube's got a video on that. It's amazing. But again, your best bet for putting things back together is to get with a reputable contractor and not somebody flying in here, oh, we're going to make a bunch of money off these people. That's a horrible, horrible thing to do.
Well, I know a lot of people out there have questions about FEMA and insurance. We covered some of that on yesterday's show. We'll continue talking about that in the weeks to come. But in the meantime, it sounds like, you know, if someone jumps in, you know, shows up at your door and they want to fix you up, you may want to be very, very
ask for references, look over the contract, don't pay anything cash up front, watch those signs. The Federal Trade Commission has just published some scams that are out there right now, and you can go to the Federal Trade Commission's website and look at all the different scams that are happening right now with people taking advantage of charities, people doing what I just said on contracts, and they have a whole list of potential robocalls, everything that's going on right now.
Clayton Farmer from Bluegill Inc., thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for those tips. That's very good. Hey, still to come, reporter Stephanie Gonzalez is coming up. She is over at the Houston SPCA to sort of give us an update on how they have been handling Hurricane Harvey. And there she is right now. Hey, Steph.
Hey. Hey, Derek. That's right. We're here.